Good morning and welcome back to my stream. I'm Kiki and today I'm going to be drawing Zelda from Legend of Zelda, particularly the one from Tears of the Kingdom. I absolutely love her dress in that and I can't wait to draw it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're about to get started here in a second. So let me Yes, I remember it was suggested last week, and I'm actually super excited to draw her. So I want to show everyone exactly the dress I am talking about. This is sorry, excuse me. This is the dress that I am talking about. It is from Tears of the Kingdom, and it is an absolutely gorgeous dress. Um, I have an idea of how I'm going to draw her. It's not going to be a full-length picture. I have a harder time getting a full-length picture in the 3 hours that I normally stream. And I apologize if I end up coughing a lot. During winter, I tend to be in a constant state of nearly sick. And so in the mornings, I'm coughing a lot, and I'll try to mute in between coughing, but if you hear me coughing, it's because of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this layer because I have this in front of me as one of the many references that I do have. So all the references I have, for the most part, come from Tears of the Kingdom. Some of them are from Breath of the Wild, and actually may have mentioned this before. I absolutely love Legend of Zelda. It is one of my favorite RPG series of all time. Now, I will admit, I hadn't started playing Tears of the Kingdom yet. I actually own it, but I haven't played it. It's just kind of been on my Switch, and I haven't picked up my Switch in a little while. So, that is not a pen. That's an eraser. So I haven't played it yet. I do plan on it, but we'll get to it. That is not the pen I want to work with. But I personally have played every single Zelda game before then. And one of my favorite ones is A Link to the Past. And it's a really fun one. I mentioned before that when I first I don't like what I'm doing here. At first, when I started, that was the very first Legend of Zelda game that I actually ever played, was A Link to the Past, and it was one that my one of my friends had owned, and I would go over to her house just to play that game. And I fell in love with the Zelda series since then. And then eventually I would ask my own mother to buy not A Link to the Past, but Ocarina of Time when that game first came out. Alright, I don't think I'm actually getting sick. I just coughed. I muted for it, but I do think that I just kind of feel like it. I'm coughing a lot more this morning than I had. So I will take periodic breaks to try to drink something, drink some water to help clear my throat. Um, I do want to get some of her actual dress in this picture. So we're gonna do that. And this is just like the rough blocking. If you've watched me drawn before, then it's just kind of like a blob of like color of blue lines or red lines, whatever color I happen to like that day. And so, you know, you know how it goes. Let's actually get in her face. And her face is a little bit rounder, I guess. So we're gonna work on that a little bit. I'm gonna pop in a new layer and get to start it here. All right. One thing I always found interesting about like the Legend of Zelda is that the that the game, while is technically about Zelda, it doesn't center around her. She's not the main character that you play. She's the character that you save. Um, and 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 she's she's always been kind of the damsel in distress in most of the games. Um, there are a few games where she plays a more a role that is more exciting to say the least, where she's been Sheik before, but she's always helped you at the end of the game. Excuse me. I needed needed to cough again, unfortunately. I've always wanted to see Zelda in a more like vital role or participate more in the game, and I do see that happening more now than what in previous games. Um, while she's always kind of helped you with the bow at the end, and she would shoot um, like a holy type arrow at Ganondorf. It'd be cool if at some point they that she would have more of a focus. And I get the premise that Link is the only one that really is the uh, the person that can hold the Master Sword, so to speak, or wield the Master Sword. I think I've seen, you know, you've seen Zelda hold it, but he's the only one that supposedly could wield the Master Sword, or that when he wields the Master Sword, it brings a different power to it. But that being said, uh, it'd be cool to kind of like have points where you're Zelda and maybe she's using her bow and you get to be her uh, through some of the game. Maybe you get to save, you know, Link for once. That would be kind of cool. I mean, they're starting to give her different outfits that I'm gonna redraw this portion of her chin. This was a lot more sketchier than I normally do. But you know, maybe you need to save Link in one portion and you actually play as Zelda as a playable character. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. Oh, I kind of realize now why the pen's not working the way that I want. Because I always forget to use this pen, which has a little bit of a different look to it. Um, Ultimately, it's pretty similar to the G pen. It's just I like the flow of it better. I like the way it looks when you press in certain directions. I don't know. It's just a pen I prefer. The only thing I don't like, and maybe there's something I can do to fix it, is that when I flick my pen, it too adds a little bit of like a flick line. Let's see if I can get it to this little bit extra, and that can be great for sometimes some of the looks that I do try to go with on my artwork. But not something. Goodness gracious, I don't know why I can't seem to get this in the way that I want. I'm gonna turn the canvas completely around. It's funny because I used to do this traditionally, where I would turn my paper in all kinds of directions. So it's one of the things that when I realized you could do so on digitally, I use all the time. I don't. It's funny because I used to have a wheel, um, a wheel for uh, my tablet. I bought like a remote for it, and I used it a lot at first because you could turn the yeah, it is cute Zelda music playing. I um I actually once again, and I forgot to mention this earlier. I am still listening to Game Chop. They do an excellent job at composing covers for a lot of games, or well, for a lot of games you probably recognize. I like this one here and several others. Why is this happening? Maybe I have because I'm sitting here trying to draw with a giant pen. Look how big this circle is. A little bit smaller I could work with. Anyways, they provide they're a stream and where they play with no commercials except for the right at the beginning. And I like to use it for my streams a lot. All right, let's turn her head here, and let's kind of try to plot out. And this is the part where I normally would draw in her the character's ear, and Zelda has elven ears. Something I used to love drawing a lot when I was younger was character with elven ears, and um, and it was mainly because of Legend of Zelda. It inspired me to draw characters and make up characters that had elven ears. I'm trying to gather or trying to create the similar shapes that I see present in the original concept drawings of Zelda here, and it's a little difficult because I can't see all of her ear because it is eventually going to be covered up, and I am trying to pull up or look at different references of her ear. It's a little bit difficult. I can see, and I actually may change her facial structure just a little bit to match here. It does look like she is wearing earrings too, which I will get to that point. But I need some frame of reference to go by here when drawing her ear, and she's got, so we're gonna try to, it is kind of difficult to see in this picture. Give me just a second. Looking at the reference a little bit closer. And I know, since it's going to be in my style, that it doesn't need to be exact, but I still want to have, you know, the features of the characters there. All right. I have a little bit different reference now that I'm going to work off of for her ear a little bit here. Just to kind of get a better idea. And it is like a simplified version of the human ear, right? Like, that's kind of what we're seeing here. So I've got to pull up many different references for her. Let's get a new layer and draw here, and start with the process of drawing her eyes. And I very commonly draw this like 3/4 view, and you'd think I'd would draw something different, and I haven't. When I draw characters, and I'm not trying to draw quickly or trying to draw something within a certain time limit, like a quick 3 hours, I usually come up with a pose or a different pose, but that takes so much time. You forgot that Zelda had elf ears. Yeah, it's I guess, well, Zelda and Link, right? They like this elven race, Hylian elven race. Let's get in, and sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends. Where I kind of sketch in where her eyes would go. Just depends on how I feel that day. It's funny because it is a very prevalent part of their character designs, the ears. It like establishes their race, and that where they come from. And I think that's kind of important in Legend of Zelda, because there are different races and different creatures in Legend of Zelda, different types of beings that are humanoid-esque. I think I'm gonna try to go a little bit more of her eye shape that she has going on here when I draw this. So like at a glance you can tell, you know, what race Zelda and Link are, and the other characters. One of my more favorite races in Legend of Zelda is the Zoras. I always loved their designs. They had a really cool designs. Let's see if I can pull them up real quick so I can show you guys. Legend of Zelda Zora. And now they've gone through redesigns like they do in every version of the game. And I want to pull them up real quick. So this is kind of copy image. It's kind of how they look in like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. You get this kind of this look to them. And oops, let me delete that. I thought I deleted layer. Yes. And then you've had versions of them that kind of look like, I'll copy this one. That's kind of look like that. That was an Ocarina of Time. So, but I really quite liked the character designs in Legend of Zelda. They had really cool ones. Ah, yes, the fish guys, with Mifa and the prince guy and the massive king. Yes, the king was absolutely massive. You are correct there. So they were always my favorite designs. Now I've lost my actual Zelda images. There we go. Now we've got it. Alright, so let's get an idea of what are we doing with her eyes. And she's got, I'm just trying to copy the shape, but keep my actual art style in here. So it's got Zelda, and it's got a little bit of my own style in there. All right, so let's make this layer a little bit more transparent. Wrong layer. There we go. This one. Let's make this layer a little bit more transparent. All right. So I can draw on top of it and start to give her like an expression. And then I may make some adjustments like I always do. Like I'm already going to move her eye a tad bit over. And I go a little bit sketchy at first, with the eyelashes in general. It's just how I design characters, how I draw them. But I do want to give, like, I'm going to make her eyes a little bit smaller. I always kind of copy the similar look of, like, the way the iris looks in a character, just to kind of keep the look and feel of the character. I think eyes are an important character design quality. Like when you're designing your own characters, your own OCs, like I think that's an important, the way you draw the eyes, I think, are super important. It's more than just like the eye color, but the shape of the eye and the you know, the shape of the pupils. And I think that all of that is important in character design. And I know it's because eyes are super expressive, and eyes are something that, you know, people look at a lot, especially when you're speaking to others, right? That's what we're told to look at, is the person's eyes. Oops. I just erased a whole bunch, but you know, maybe that was for the better. Sometimes you have to start over in order to come out with something a little bit better. I am gonna make my eraser a little bit smaller though. It is a little bit too big for what I want to work on. This is I try not while streaming on like a 3-hour stream. I try not to spend too much time in any one particular area because it's not something that actually I may go ahead and leave it like this. It's just that I want everyone to see the whole process. I want it from beginning to end. So it's not always. I usually take when I'm drawing. I usually take a lot longer to draw like the line art, let's say, or to plan out what exactly I'm going to be drawing. So to try to get all this in there and try to get everything, it does take a little bit. I'm gonna. She's got rather large irises, I guess. In this rendition of her. One of my favorite things about Legend of Zelda is the very different ways the character looks in the game. Like Zelda always has a new design. They always have a new design for Link and everything. And that, honestly, that's the exciting part, right? Is seeing how they decided to design the characters in this rendition, or whichever rendition you're seeing. So I enjoy that. I enjoy seeing different versions of Zelda, different versions of Link. I'm gonna make her eyelashes a little bit longer. It sounds like I did just get another follower. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. There was a time in my life where I wanted to go into character designs for like video games, and I even went to school for computer animation when I was younger, and I did not stick with it, and not because I didn't find value in it or anything like that. It was mainly because it made me lose the want to draw, that passion that one feels when they are drawing. And I wasn't very happy with drawing as a career. And then because sometimes we like to draw, right? Like artists want to draw as a career because we enjoy it a lot, but then don't realize that maybe sometimes drawing as a career can kind of drain that want out. And that's kind of what it was doing. I was in some of my classes, and you can feel that in my words. Yeah. It was, I started to lose that passion. I didn't draw as much. I would draw only for class, and it it really made me kind of sad, to be honest. Like, all like everything was like trying to draw something that, that would please my art teacher and everything. Touche, not gonna lie. The difficulties along the way tend to make us drift from it. At the very least, you kept your passion to draw. Yes, and that's the thing, right? Like, but for a while after college, I I didn't draw. It I think I stopped drawing for a year or so, because it really drained me uh, at that point. I actually may need to move or redraw her chin here, because I think she doesn't she's she doesn't have much of a chin right now. But that's fine. Once I draw her face, I can redo her chin. That's the nice thing about digital. I mean, you can kind of do that traditionally as well. Actually, that's fine. You can kind of do it traditionally as well. Obviously, if you have an eraser, you can erase it. But one of my biggest problems was, or it used to be, was drawing lines too thick. So we're just gonna take this eraser now and erase it. And you can see where some of that still comes in, where I draw my lines. her chin is the size of your self-esteem at the gym. Oh, goodness. Yeah, well, we are going to fix that. I mean, her chin, not your self-esteem. There's not much I can do about that. That's a self problem. That's my nice way of saying it's a you problem. Actually, I haven't even drawn her other eye. I get so distracted by stuff because I'm like, I instantly want to fix problems that I see right away. And so then, and I'm gonna have to fix her ear, or just move her ear in general. But, goodness gracious, I can... Why is this so much difficult today? Sometimes, I will redraw a line. Yeah, Automod would do that sometimes. And I thought, I try to, it doesn't like certain things. There we go. I'm trying real hard to get this this line in here, and it's not. It's like my hand's like saying, nope, that's not happening. Let me fix this by moving my canvas just a smidge. Yeah, gym makes you feel as an Olympian. Man, I gotta really get this line in there. There might be... I gotta look at those filters on Automod. I just kind of turn them on. And mainly because I personally don't have mods. I don't have many people that come in every day that I can add as mods yet. There we go. I think that's looking better. It's not that they don't like the mention of women, and it's the mention that might end up yes, you could say that much. So you finally didn't get slapped. Yeah, I think it's the message that you were trying to get across more than anything that got the guy you slapped. All right, so I'm finally getting a look here that I like. I might change her chin up just a little bit more. Sometimes I have the hardest time drawing. You know, it is what a lot of artists will refer to as a bad art day. And for me, that does seem to happen while other people are watching because I get performance fright, I guess, a little bit. I mean, not too bad, but but still, it becomes a problem, and then it affects my ability to draw. It's like when I'm drawing for myself and only me, and it the work comes out so much better. I think personally. I want to try to keep the roundness of her face in there. Um, because she does have a rather round face. Oh, okay. I'll see you. You said you'll see me in between 1 to 2 hours. I'll see you. Thank you for joining. Appreciate every week. Let's see. I've got that's better. I think that's turning out a lot better, at least face wise. Try to get her a neck in there somewhere. I'll have to fix it later. I thought I was gonna have to fix the ear, but I think it should be fine. So let's go. I may change it a little bit. Where's my lasso tool? Get in here and oh, I mean she does have long ears. I don't think it's as long, or at least in this rendition of her, as I drew it. I think that's fine. Because part of it's gonna get covered up anyways with her bangs. That ear is good enough size to use it as a shovel. I mean, yeah. But she's got those out. I think I see where I want to change part of her ear here. Is that it's this portion of the ear, like I don't even know what it would be called, the little cliff part of the ear, I guess. It wasn't thick enough. And like I said, it's almost not gonna matter because I'm going to end up covering it up anyways. All right, so let's get in back up pretty relatively close. Let's change the eraser size just a smidge so I can get in here and do nothing apparently with the eraser. I'm on the wrong layer. That explains a lot. I do have a Discord. Yeah, it's in the link to it is on the About Me. It is an art sharing Discord, but there's a lot of general stuff in there too. And stuff where I'm gonna be posting more often in I need to figure out what layer I'm on. Oops. Sometimes in there in voice chat to I haven't been lately, but to draw. I like to sometimes draw and listen to music. I like to listen to music that will get me DMC'd here. So it's not anything you guys will hear me. You gotta rate Elden Ring drip if join. I need to do more in Elden Ring. I was playing on my own recently. I have the eraser. I don't know what I'm doing here. And so I was playing it recently and I'm getting there, getting a little bit better as I go. But it's well, it's like what they said. It's not easy by any means. It's not it's not meant to be easy. I mean, some people make that game look like it's easy. Look at all these extra lines I have here. It's ridiculous. I need to clean this up. There's so many extra sketchy lines. And drawing traditionally, they would still be there because I draw too dark. Or I did. I used to. I don't anymore. There we go. I'll fix some of these lines. And then draw in her pupil. She's actually got a rather round pupil, like, well, as humans do, but oh, if I joined, dang, you forgot to write, to type. Actually, I have the hardest time typing sometimes. Normally I actually can type quite quickly. I can. I don't type quickly. Like if I'm typing something or writing something for myself or writing a story or a script of some sort, I can type one out pretty quickly. But I am bad at it. And I'm also very, very bad at spelling. I joined, so now let's do the drip rating season of my Elden Ring and Dark Soul characters. Absolutely. I'll go and well, I'm not gonna do that live right now, but after stream, for sure. I'm using the wrong pen again. I I might add a whole Discord thing for that kind of thing all together. Because I'd like to build like a fun community. And that would be nice. Or it'd be fun to have stuff like that in there. I kind of think I want to draw her eyelashes a little bit more. I need to combine these layers. I'm trying to erase stuff and it is not working. Just rounding out her face just a little bit. I'm still like missing a whole nother eye. So I'm working on it and getting there. I kind of want to look at other versions of her here. Kind of fit the way that I draw characters as well. So and then now I'm gonna finally draw her other eye. She was needing an eye patch for a little bit there. She didn't have one. I mean, not that if you don't have an eye, you need to... not to insinuate that you need to wear an eye patch if you didn't have an eye. I mean, I think she'd look pretty cool with one, to be honest. Oh, well then you'll wait for me to create a channel and you'll drop it there for now. Okay, for now, BRB. I'll see you. I'm gonna continue here, and I'm gonna work on drawing her other eye. She's kind of right now have this like somber look right now. Maybe I'll change it up a little bit. Maybe give her more of a smile. What can I do? Not liking... You know what it is that I didn't add like a shine in the eye. I'm like, something is off. There we go. I mean, it's not right yet, but that is what I was kind of missing. Was a shine in the eye. There. I think that is turning out better. Go back to getting these shadows in the eyes and trying to make it look look right. Alright, let's go now for this this other eye and try to get that in here. And I want to kind of adjust this other eye. It's just kind of really bothering me. There's just something about the shape that I'm not really liking. I don't know what it is. So I'm trying to fix it. Like, for whatever reason, it's just bugging me. So I'm gonna go in here, select the whole eye. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's the size. Maybe it's a combination of a few things. It's the shape, the angle, something is bothering me. There's something. Maybe it's the size. Go in, do the liquify tool. No, that made it worse. I think maybe it was just the size. I think. Well, let's... better. That means I also need to move her eyebrow. Not necessarily in the wrong spot, not the spot that I'd like to have it. It's kind of nice to see a character that has, like, thicker eyebrows. Especially a female character that does. You know, some people have thicker eyebrows. Alright, now I'm going to draw the other eye. Alright, let's get her lashes in and really work on that. I thought about prior to the... Oh, damn, those eyes are just lovely. Why? Thank you. I worked hard on drawing them. I was mentioning before, they are probably my favorite part about drawing the face is the eyes. So I appreciate that compliment because I think I do put quite a bit of time into drawing the eyes. I'd like to get a little bit better at, like, coloring eyes. Some people really draw some beautiful eyes, and it I watch, like, a lot of people do tutorials for eyes. Something I'd like to just get a little bit better at is the coloring of them, and, like, coloring in general. And it's something I've been practicing a lot on my own time is coloring. And I've been working on a piece, and if I have time after this drawing, I might work on it a little bit on stream. And it's a piece that I colored originally, that I drew. It's something that I was working on that I drew. And ooh, more Zelda music. So it's a piece that I was drawing, and I worked really hard on the line art. It's something, the line art is something that I'm really proud of. But the coloring itself was, to say the least, not great. So, I'm gonna recolor it. And it's, maybe something I'll show after I finish this piece. Alright, her eyebrow would be... I'm gonna do a little bit more work on that, on the lashes, but I got distracted. I had to finish her eyebrows here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I get quite distracted while drawing. It is kind of funny because I am one that jumps from like point to point on my drawings. Like, I have a hard time just sticking to drawing one thing. And which is kind of even, like, funnier is that when people draw, like, or use, like, AI to generate images, which I'm not a fan of, and they try to, like, fake the proof that they drew it. One of the things that you see on AI time lapse are the jumping around, right? And it's one of those things that makes me kind of sad, because then people use that as like evidence, like that a person may have used AI in in their drawing in some shape, right? Or used an AI time lapse. And I don't use AI, obviously, but I would hate to be like, I've seen so many people be accused of using AI in their work. And it's getting actually harder and harder to fight those accusations because because of things that are because the technology frankly has actually gotten quite impressive. The AI technology has gotten so much better that now that AI can make time-lapse videos, it can do all kinds of things, it is getting harder and harder to prove that you can draw or that the art that you produced is your own and not AI. And so the things that people have used for proof that something is AI is like the time lapse jumping around. Except I jump around. I jump around quite a lot. I have ADHD, and it's just something that happens. I can't help it. And so that'd be one of the ways that people in the art community says, okay, you've got this time lapse, but why did you draw this one eye, draw the nose first or next, and then the mouth, and then jumped around to the chin? Why didn't you draw both eyes first? And it becomes this whole thing of people scrutinizing real artists because they draw in a more unusual or not typical way of drawing, and it really just becomes a whole big thing. And I've actually really started to hate to see these accusations, because a lot of artists, real artists, get mixed up in the whole thing. And I kind of miss the days where AI wasn't a thing, and then you would see beautiful artwork and you would just know that someone was just a really good artist. And it's just like a lot of the things that I end up doing are things that like people would accuse someone of using AI, like the way that I color sometimes. Well, a lot. The way that I color is in blocks and in pieces, which has been seen here already when I jump around often. And so then people use that as an excuse to call someone else. Not that I think that my art would ever get called out for being AI. It's not of that level, but it's just something that I think about often, or think about a lot, because a lot of artists unfortunately are now getting falsely accused of using AI and or tracing from AI and that kind of thing. That's also why I've decided to, one of the reasons I wanted to start streaming was to kind of share my process. And this doesn't feel right. Especially now that I'm also trying to sell commissions, which I have. But you can never be too sure on who's using AI. So, and if you're gonna buy artwork from someone, you should know. You should know on whether or not that person's using AI. People should be forthright about that kind of thing. I think it's wrong to benefit from AI, and and not like tell people. I personally wouldn't want to purchase something drawn with or generated with AI. And it would make me upset if I was purchasing art and it was AI. That's just my crazy little rant about it. All right, let's focus on Zelda here. I'm trying to draw her face. She man, I don't like what I have going on here at all. Do you ever just want to just completely delete a piece of art? Just remove it altogether? Why it does look so easy for you. You don't want to see your eyes. I mean, I think for me it takes a lot. It's been taking a lot of like many years of practice. But I would love to see stuff that you've drawn. That's part of the reason why my Discord has an art share, is because I love to see other people's artwork. It's one of my favorite things. The eyes that you draw makes the character look like they have several mental disorders. I'm sure they're just fine, but one of the things I used to have a big problem with was trying to get the eyes to look the same. Can you imagine? Oh, my friend literally called the Charmander I drew a long time ago on drugs. Can you imagine? That's pretty funny. Oh my goodness. This, you should just see. I had to see if I can find some of my earlier works. Goodness, why? This is what I get for like redrawing her chin over and over again. But I'm gonna have to see if I can find some of my early works to share in the Discord. I think that'd be kind of funny. A Charmander on drugs. So don't feel like it. Don't feel it just isn't for me. I understand. I've accepted it a long time ago. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to see if I can find some of my older works. I think it'd be kind of funny to see, or fun to see the progress I've made over the years, because art has not been something that has come easy for me. It is something I've put a lot of time and effort into, and it may look easier now, but that's not with a lot of what did I just type? Oh, just remove it. Don't feel like I'm insane. I have a problem with typing too. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes the stuff I type out, it doesn't make any sense. Man, I have redrawn her face I don't know how many times. I just don't like the way, or just haven't liked the way that it has looked. It's this side here. Better. That is looking better. Damn, I feel like a crazy inmate in an asylum talking to himself, but you're not talking to yourself. You're talking to me. I'm just talking out loud and you're typing, you know. There's not a lot of people in here typing, unfortunately. can I do the hair at the end? It might be kind of hard for me to do so. You mean like color the hair or just drawing it? Because it's usually the next step that I do. I mean, I could try. Oh, you want to see? Oh, a bald Zelda. Uh, I can try to for the drawing part of it, obviously, which she would have. Trying to draw where her hairline would be, not her hairline, her skull would be. But when I draw that portion, it's always so it's always so sketchy. Doesn't look like someone's skull, and it never ends up exactly right. That's actually looking better though. She has. Oh, you can draw the hair on a different layer and then just remove it to see. I I suppose I could do that. Actually, I was about to do that now, was draw her hair. I need to see, I gotta do this kind of in parts here as I draw her hair. Because she's gonna have, like, she's got a portion of her hair that's almost like a headband. So I want to make sure that I get that. But I'm trying to see, there's not a really great, like, side reference for this. Oh, there's one. It's a bit scary, honestly. Bald Zelda scares you. Well, she won't be bald for long. And it kind of portions out. And I'm just gonna have to go sketchy with this at first on one layer. Because she's kind of have like this bit of hair that is kind of like a headband. And then she's got this bit that comes forward here. This is actually the first time, as much as I love this this series, this is the first time I've drawn fan art for it. This actually would come this way, and then this portion here. I think that's gonna work out. I gotta be careful which version of her. And then she's got a giant braid. I am not the best with braids, but it's a braid, and I'm gonna mark it with X's, so when I draw this in, I know that that's a braid, or it will be a braid. So that's where I'm gonna put that there. And then she's got, and since this version is the one where she's got the shorter hair, which I actually really like. I need to look at a different reference. And then kind of draw her in. I wonder if I should take this and shrink it a little bit. Oh, it should be fine. She's gonna have, I don't need to have her whole head in there, but I'm gonna need to, I do kind of want, I kind of like where you can see some of it here. And would you see the other side of the braid a little bit, right? Like up here? Yeah. It's gonna look better when This is like one of those trust the process moments. Like, this is going to look better when I finish it. And I may actually have to redraw a portion of this right here. Of her forehead. She's got Control T. Bring this down a smidge. I think I made her forehead a little bit too big. And I'll fix this with the lines. It's gonna look, like I said, you gotta trust the process here. Just a smidge. More Zelda music. Yay! Let's get into the line art that I drew here and redraw some of this portion up here for perfect. All right, I'm gonna make this layer really, really, really low, so that when I draw it, this part here, there's a portion here. There we go. And then she's got a very difficult hairstyle. I mean, like, this would be difficult to recreate in real life, I feel. As well on a drawing. Like, I feel like this is a difficult hairstyle. And it's not easy to draw either. We're trying to recreate it with some kind of accuracy, which not my forte. And still trying to make it look like hair. She's got hair. All right, let's that should be good there. She does have clips in her hair, it looks like, and we want to draw those in. I'm trying to see. I don't have the best view of what this clip looks like. There we go. I'm having to switch between references because I haven't, like I said, drawing fan art can be difficult. Because you want to get those little details right, so it continues to look like the character. Let me get, and then she's also got them on this side. So I'm gonna draw those in. And the little bit of detail makes all the difference. No. It actually comes to a point. Not that you would see the point from this angle, but I do want it to look, right. And I like to draw a little bit of detailing in the hair. That kind of makes sense. mean, if I can do so. I don't like these lines. Away they go. Make him a little bit lighter here. Yes, I am doing the Tears of the Kingdom haircut, like the short one. I actually prefer that one, and I'm gonna try. I know it's shorter than what I drew here, so I am going to try to make sure it's a little bit more accurate. It's just the reference images I have are hard to judge. So it is going to be shorter than the lines I originally drew. Oh, even Link's haircut is better in there. Yes, I agree. I think they did a really great job with the character designs in that game. Her dress looks absolutely amazing, and everything. Like, I think they did a really great job with that game. There we go. I need to make other adjustments. Oops. I didn't realize some of this was on the same layer. So away it goes. I've got to erase it. Oh, the long haircut. Yeah, I like Link with the longer. I like Link with a longer haircut in general. He has one in, I want to say, Twilight Princess as well. No. Do I have the emote stuck? Oh, I do. I do. That happens when I am concentrating a lot on drawing. I have a large focus right now on trying to accurately draw her hair. Not in like art style, but like so it looks like hair, so it fits well. There we go. No, I don't want to save it yet. Do that at the end. Just hope I don't lose the drawing. That can happen. What's great about Clip Studio is that it will in fact save as it goes. Not like as a permanent save, but like as an auto save feature, which is nice, kind of like they do in games. And it will preserve it if I have it if I haven't saved it. But Control S is the command for saving, and it's something that when I first started doing digital art was something I used a lot. Not something as much anymore. You don't need it as much anymore because it has the recovery feature, but you still want to save often. You could still end up losing quite a bit of your work. All right, so let's plot out where her braid's going to be. And this, and I'm gonna end up drawing like big clumps for the braids right now, and then do the finer details. For it, so it actually looks like braids. and then do her short hair. I think I was learning how to draw braids when I was drawing a different character. I was drawing my own version. Well, not my own version. I was drawing Jinx from Arcane, which is a show that is absolutely amazing. I highly recommend it. Because I do have these pens for drawing braids. Where are they? I didn't like any of them, so I had to learn how to draw them on my own because she has braids and she has very, very long braids, and it took me forever to draw her braids. You just looked at Zelda's earrings and you think it doesn't look good. It's too big, like eggs. Yeah, I'm not one for like large earrings myself. I actually while I do have my ears pierced, I don't wear earrings anymore. I used to wear earrings when I was very much younger, and it was something I can't think. Something I used to wear, like I got my ears pierced when I was like 2. Something that my mother did, which it's fine. It is what it is, right? And um and while I have some earrings, I don't have a lot because I don't wear piercings typically anymore. But they're permanently pierced now because they were pierced when I was younger. I think that is correct. The way that I'm doing here. Hair when it's braided looks interesting. I actually may need to pull another reference so I can see it better. I got a nice side view of it here. Do I think earrings look good on men or boys? I actually do. I mean, it depends on one's style, right? I think if you style it in a certain way, I think it can look really good. It just all depends. All right, let's get. It used to be a big thing to have your ears pierced as a guy, like in the 90s and that kind of thing. This chunk would go this way. I hate drawing braids sometimes because of this. I'm not gonna draw it uber detailed, but I do need to draw these lines. I think I'm gonna get away with just not drawing it super detailed braid. Because even in the game, it doesn't seem super detailed. Yeah, I'm not one for I mean, I wish I had an example, and I would take the time to show you an example, but I don't know. For me, it's about style more than anything, and how a person styles it. You've wanted to buy a ring one time, but didn't want a too detailed thing, so you search for a like metal gray simple ring, but it's hard to find one in town. You might buy one from Amazon or something. That actually probably be your best bet when it comes to that, because I don't know, something. I like the plainer look. On a personal level, am not like I think it looks great for anyone that wants to do it, right? But on a personal level, I'm not a personal fan of the gauge earrings. They're kind of you know, because that becomes very permanent in your ear, and it's not something you can never really truly get rid of. But you're worried about the quality off of Amazon. I could see that. I could see being worried about the quality that comes from Amazon, because uh, I don't even know what kind of what would what I could recommend. I don't buy a lot of earrings off of, well, anywhere, to be honest. If I was gonna buy it, it would be locally. But you were saying that you have a harder time with that, so you know, I would just look at the reviews, to be honest. Look at the reviews and see what other people are saying about the quality. I used to have a hard time with earrings that were not made from gold. But then I found that nickel is what used to actually caused the problem for me. So I went a little bit fluffier with her hair when it comes to like the way it looks, because I don't know, I kind of like it. So she's got, oh, her hair's kind of fluffy up front too. It's fine. She's got very, very short hair, but it kind of comes long in the back. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. These images are the 3D images from the game itself. So you need to wait till you're 18. Yeah. Welcome back, Lazy. I see you dropping in again. I've gotten more work on Zelda here. This kind of makes her head look a little ginormous. Maybe it's because of this side. The braids come up high, but her head doesn't. There we go. Let's go with this. You're gonna eat now, and you'll see me in like 20 minutes. Okay, have fun eating. Bye bye. Yeah, it's funny. I did initially state that I wanted to draw Zelda because I wanted to draw her dress, and I have yet to get that far. I'm still sitting here drawing her hair. I can't seem to get this to look the way that I'd like it to. Let's bring this here, and I'm gonna erase this line altogether. Not altogether, just that portion of it. There. Um, I think that works. I may need to draw a little bit more here. That works out. I like really messy with that braid, but it's fine. I think I'm gonna leave her face like that. I do have to get her earrings from the dress in there, so let's go ahead and make a new layer and get that in there. Now, where is my reference for her dress? What is... Okay. It was taking me a little bit to find a good reference. And she's got her headpiece here that I also have to look at and draw. This is gonna take me a little while. So it's a piece that comes up here. And then it's a giant egg thing. I'll see if I can get it kind of correct here. This is the second character I've drawn on stream with like big earrings, I believe. Just a sec. Man, I hate when I get a call on stream and it's just like someone calling me about somebody else. It's like, you don't even have the correct number. And they don't even apologize. They just like hang up on you. It's like, okay. Well, thanks. Probably some spam call, to be honest. Give a little bit more like liveliness to this earring, like it's moving. There. But I've got, got people that might need to call me, and I've got to pick up sometimes, and it's. But like, don't interrupt my life for this nonsense. Like, I don't want that. All right. So I've had a lot of calls, and I know you shouldn't pick up spam calls. But how am I supposed to know it was a spam call? Sometimes I don't always know. And I need to pick up my calls sometimes, because sometimes I get very important calls from people that I'm waiting to hear from, but I don't know their numbers, so I guess I get these people once in a while. All right, it's got this weird shape. So I'm just like kind of picking a shape that I see in the middle of it, and then building off from that. And working on that portion of this of her earrings. Super detailed. I mean, I don't want to go super dark on the details here, but There we go. And then I don't know what her earrings are made out of, but it's very, very interesting. So, to say the least. And it's like this weird, like, pattern. I'm like, what kind of earrings are these? Where did you get them? It's a very interesting design. Very bulbous. Alright, so there's that. That means I gotta draw that thing on this side, which would be like here. And then I'm gonna draw this part here. Nope. And then these lines. There we go. And like I said, I'm just choosing a spot to draw these details in. And then I gotta go back here. Not on this one. On this one. Which one? This one? And, oops. Erase some of this that you're not gonna see because of the earrings. And then her extremely oh, because I'm using different references, I drew her bands, these things here, but she doesn't have that when she's wearing her very princess dress, very pretty dress. When she's wearing that dress, so I'm gonna redo this portion because it is something. She has instead of clips, she has this portion here, and I gotta draw this in. And because of the stylization of the game, it's kind of hard to see like every little bit of this, or have it look where it looks correct. It is taking me a lot longer to draw these finer details, I will say. Okay. Let me redraw her eyebrows in after I draw her headpiece. And not really liking the position, or draw it now. Or how about that? I'll just redraw them now. And like the way they were, or where they were on her face, I guess. There we go. Alright. Now for the truly intricate part. Her hair does look like it's a lot shorter here, and I may have to go again and draw her hair one more time back here, erase all those lines, but I'll do that in a little bit. Maybe make some more arrangements and more changes. Alright, so in the middle of her head is a piece that goes like this. And it goes up. Drawing this part is going to be interesting. because it's gotta look somewhat correct. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna redraw her. Redraw her hair in a little bit. It doesn't feel right. So we're gonna do that. But I'm gonna break this up into parts. Parts that make sense in my head, or the different shapes that make sense in my head. So it looks correct. And then erase it as I go. It's the one thing I don't like about super complicated characters. And not that her design is super complicated. Her jewelry is complicated. Her dress is super complicated though. Ooh, got Final Fantasy music going on here. I really like Final Fantasy music. This sounds more or less closer to Final Fantasy 9 than anything else right now, which has always been one of my favorite ones. That was alongside 7. All right, this part here. Trying to draw it correctly. This headpiece, especially at the angle that I have her at. These are the details that should be correct. Man, this sure is taking a while. Normally at this point, like on something else that I would be drawing, I'd be pretty close to like working on the body or like finishing up the body. Well, maybe not so much. Maybe this does take me this long. Feels like a long time. And then we've got this part here. I really enjoy the piano. It's really great. Oops. When I was when I was younger, I did learn how to play the piano, but not to this extent. I could play pretty basic things. Chopsticks being one of them. But my mom played the piano, and she was one that learned by ear, and I loved when she used to play the piano, and I could just sit. And the best part was the piano was in my room growing up, and she'd be in my room, and I could lay in my bed and just listen to her play the piano. And it was one of my favorite memories growing up is my mom playing the piano. This probably is a little bit too high on her forehead, but I've drawn it this far and it's fine. It's got 3 prongs here. I'm gonna erase this here, erase that there. A pretty intricate piece of jewelry. And just try to make it like a 3-dimensional piece of jewelry here. It doesn't seem like it's connected, but I guess it is. I mean, it's got to be on her head somehow, right? Right? All right, so there's a portion here. And just drawing lines that make sense. That look like makes sense to me. And erasing parts. I gotta say, sometimes it's quite difficult to be yapping along here and then trying to draw at the same time, which I will say does make sometimes my drawings suffer a tad as I do it. But you know, I still like sharing my artwork with everyone. So not that I intend to stop. This is a kind of difficult piece to draw. I mean, it's not so bad when you like break it down into its many pieces, but it is still you gotta draw it. This part has to be erased there, and then draw a nice thin line here, and then a part that goes up. I hope I do this well enough, I guess. Up like this. Yeah, trying to draw that, and then now I'll have to recreate a like more squished version of it on this opposite side. Does that make sense for the way that her head is going? And then here, this very intricate portion here. I'm just trying to make it make sense. So, get rid of some of these lines. And then up. And then erase some of these lines. Actually, once you've drawn it one time, because of the way that I have it going here, it looks fine. Like it's not perfect, and it's not going to be, but looks good. I do want to fix some of this hair going this way, and I'm gonna do that now. And maybe it's because of the way her braid is that I'm not liking it, but she does have really short hair. So I'm gonna erase all of this here. And all this down here. Not that part. This part here. And redo some of it. I actually might redo her braid entirely. Maybe. Or not. Just leave it the way that it is. Alright, so I need make another layer so I get a better idea of what I want here. Because her head kind of just to get an idea of the little bit that is coming out of her head here. And this is just to get an idea. It is much shorter. Alright. Nope. Those lines are not correct. Get a smaller... I kind of want it to look like maybe it was being blown by the wind a little bit. You know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here anymore. And then this part here. It just feels like it's so different in the game. I really like her short hair in here, but I feel like I'm drawing it wrong. It just kind of feels wrong. I don't know. Erase some of these distracting lines. Maybe it's just the braid. Maybe that's the part that I really am not liking. I think that's what it is. I'm not liking the braids. I'm gonna redraw the braids. I think that's part of the problem. So we're gonna go in here and yeah, that was part of the problem. The braids were too big. And I can go in and erase these lines here and redraw that. I'm gonna draw her hair like let me combine these layers a little bit so I merge below so I can erase some of this. Put that there. There we go. And erase some of this. I have a lot going on right here. I'm going to erase. Alright. Now I'm going to redraw her hair. And then I'll do the braids on top of that. And I think that's part of the reason why it was looking so weird. I think trying to get the shape of her hair is where I'm having the most difficulty. But I think it looks good now, or it's getting there. Some of this is going to get erased. There we go. Let's erase a little bit of that. What layer? And I think that's fine. I need to draw that braid in there. But I don't know, I'm having a hard time with that. Maybe it's just because I want Maybe I don't have a full like view of her head. And maybe that's what's causing me to have issues drawing her hair. Just delete all of this. And the other side, let's... if I could figure out exactly the way her head would be. A little bit before I finish drawing her hair. I think that would help. Better. And then I'll put the braid in there. That should look much better. I'm gonna have to, this is all in one layer, so I am gonna have to, actually, let's put this on a new layer and then I can erase all of that. Go in and draw this portion of her hair. And then here. And I don't know what the music is playing currently, but it is actually quite pretty. There we go. And then I'm gonna draw this portion going all the way up here, and then I'm gonna get the braid in there. Alright, take the eraser, erase all of this extra sketch line, and then, oops. The same for up there. Really gotta get that braid in. And I might cheat a little bit with a braid tool. Get a smaller eraser here. And there we go. There we go. Perfect. I think that's gonna look fine. Let me erase this right there. Braid time. I'm gonna look at a braid tool to kind of help me cheat and get this portion in a little bit better. That would be under here. Is it not this tool? Is it under the clothing tool? Braid. And it's not even the right braid. It's just more or less to get like a sketch down for me, because this is not even like how her braid is. Nice. That doesn't help at all. Because you see how not right, her braid's actually much looser. So let me do this. I'm gonna use that as a reference and on this layer, and then use it just to kind of help me get as a reference then, because I'm like, I'm not liking that braid. Let's see, it would be She'd have a braid like this. Go in. And then hair that would come here. And then hair that wraps. Braids are weird. Like, I know how to make a braid. This actually, in the end, turned out, I think, much nicer than what I originally had. And so hair goes this way, and I'm still it's still not great, but I think it's better than what I had before. My opinion. Maybe it's not, but I like it better. So let's bring us here. And I think that's better than what it was. I mean, it, in my opinion, looks better. It's fine. Let's get rid of that when I color it. She's got such a difficult hairstyle to draw. So mine probably won't be perfect. But it's close to what was supposed to be there. I'm deleting that braid reference. Okay. Super complicated hair. Alright, that's as close as that's gonna get there. Now for the hard part. I gotta draw in her her hair. Or her body. I wanna combine this layer with the layer below. Nope, not merge all layers, just the one below. Because I'm gonna just tweak this a little bit. Because I think I focused just a tad bit on her her other features, her hair, a lot today. Was just not liking some of what I did for the features. And I need a bigger brush here for the liquify. Better. Alright. I've got that. She's drawn there. It's looking better. It is turning out. I'm gonna bring a whole new layer here, and let's start working on the rest of her here. I am just looking at the time. I actually may only get her line art done today. I really wanted to get this looking correct, and that's probably what's taken me the most amount of time. Why am I not drawing with the correct thing? Alright, so let's do a... I was so super excited to do the dress, and now I don't even know how much of that I'm actually gonna get done today. I'm getting really lucky with the Legend of Zelda music today. kind of sketching her her body here a little bit. And just knowing where her dress is going to lay. And then getting her collarbone in and trying to... I think if I'm going to have any chance of coloring this picture today, it may have to stop like here at this portion, because I don't think I'm going to get this fixed or colored. I had to fix this wobbly line. It was looking kind of jank. No. And there. I mean, I like the use of the liquify tool, and it really helps to fix big portions of the piece, or at least the positioning of some of it. But I am never going to get this picture done at this rate. Truly am not. Because by the time I decide to finish it, or not decide, by the time I get done like adjusting her face here, stream will be over. I don't want that to happen, but I have like part of her face here lopsided that I really need to fix. This is just me being picky on a couple of things. And it's just, I have to adjust it. I want it to look nice. And the eyes need to match a little bit. So, you know how it is. I'm stuck on that emote. It happens. Let me go and do a smaller... Better. Okay. Like I said, this one for whatever reason, I guess because I really like this series, that I don't want it to look bad. I want it to look nice. All right, she's gonna have here around her neck this convoluted giant necklace. Whatever this is coming down. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. It really is. It's a lot for me to have to draw. And yes, I'm gonna have to draw. Oh. Of course I would put that on this layer. So, man, I I did not expect that this would take such a long time to draw today. But it is. Wrong layer. Because like I said, I normally could get in a decent amount of the body in. I couldn't even do that today. Flat out could not do that. And the more that I look at this piece, I need to just finish it. I keep telling myself I need to just finish it, but I can't. Because every time I look at the piece, I'm like, oh, this part could be a little bit better. You know, you don't even see that portion of it from far away. Like, I just need it to look better though. Makes a difference in my mind. Even if I'm going a little bit crazy right now. She's her design. She's got so much going on. Great design, but like it is a lot. Good thing she is not 2D animated and that she is a 3D character. Alright, let's... So she would have pieces here. Let's actually get that on a new layer just so I can... And then it would have 2 pieces here. And since this is just the sketch portion of it, it's going to be quite messy. But then this piece here would come down a little bit longer. Same on this side. And then 1, 2. And then the long piece. And maybe this is not, you know, super accurate here for what I'm trying to do. But you get the idea. And then the same pattern persists. 1, 2, and then a long piece. And then I'll make that a little bit better as I go. And then she's got whatever's going on with her necklace here. So let's draw that in. It might be, it's actually a little bit, no, it's fine. Because when I draw this in, I'm going to fix the proportions a little bit. Because this portion here is too high. That was just to get an idea of where I wanted to place her. So just kind of getting an idea. That's probably not exactly right, but I'll fix it here in a little bit. And like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna have any time to even actually color this picture today, which actually makes me a little bit sad. I usually love to get a picture colored in one go, because it will take me a while to come back to this picture. But you know, sometimes that's just how it goes. I'm gonna make the line. There we go. If her collarbone is here and the other one is here, and then not go so intense with her shoulders here. There. Then go in here with all this little tiny detail around her neck. And they're not super pointy like I have here, and there's other things that I'm missing. You know, I am the one that chose to draw this character, knowing how detailed her dress is and everything. But that's okay. More Zelda music. I love today. It's just filled with Zelda music today. I'm trying to... Okay. This piece here is got another little piece here and one more here. just because the stylization of this game, it does make it difficult to see some of the details. Are like these supposed to be crystals? What's going on here? It's quite quite wrong one. Quite confusing. To say the least. I don't know if these are gems here around her neck. I'm trying to make an educated guess as to what it could be. I don't know if it's supposed to be rounded at all. They kind of look rounded. So, forgive me if it is not exactly right. The details. I didn't sketch or I didn't make Zelda. Clearly. I didn't design her. It's not my design. This is just my interpretation of her design. So. What? Where's that really thick line coming from? There? I have this really thick line. Alright. It's getting there. Where? I have so many sketch lines in this whole entire thing. Alright. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm going as fast as I possibly can. Try to get this looking accurate. This is the line. And still, oops. Like I said, I'm not too sure if this is supposed to be crystals or certain beads. They kind of look like beads. So, I don't know. I would assume they are some kind of beads. You know? This would be the extra long one, so it would be down this way, down this way. Nope. And this would go around. It would help maybe if I put like the top of these here. Alright, let's get rid of some of these other lines so I can see how this is turning out. Accurate? It looks accurate to me at the very least. You know, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I gotta look at other pictures here because I don't see. I can't quite see what this pendant around her neck looks like. And every iteration is just kind of like this blob of something. So I guess that's what I'm going to be drawing, is just like this blob of something here. Forgive me. Like I said, even though I've played the other games, I have yet to play this one, and just kind of been busy, life and all. So let's erase some of this line here. It's like, I want to be accurate with it, but it is difficult to see what her pendant around her neck looks like. I'm currently just going through different references. This is the best that I can come up with. What is this? Oh, it's a video. No, don't play. And it's like this almost Here, it's like this. Oh, I'm gonna draw it here now. This is the pendant. The pendant, what it kind of looks like. To me, it just kind of looked like a blob of stuff. So it was very difficult to figure out exactly what it is. And it's kind of glowy in this image that I'm looking at right now, to say the least. All right, let's erase some of this line. I'm trying to get, and I can't really tell how this is attached to this necklace in any of this, but we're gonna attach it like that, and we're gonna draw this in here. I think that is as accurate as I'm gonna be able to get this, as I can get with this image. Like I said, everything I'm looking at, it just kind of looks like a blob. All right, let's get some shapes in for what the top of her dress is going to be. There is this piece here that is a band for this dress, and a band this way. There's also braiding or like wrap for this portion of the dress. And so we're gonna get this in the best that we can. And I keep going to different images. Yeah, I can't tell what that little blob of yellow is supposed to be. So forgive me if this isn't exactly correct. I am trying my best. Alright. So I'm gonna sketch in, it is a portion here and a portion here. This is truly like a difficult design. Why did I choose to torture myself with this design? Like, I could have chosen to draw anything else. Any iteration of Zelda that I wanted. But no. This extremely complicated design? No. That's the design for me. That is what I truly wanted to draw today. That makes sense. I'm just gonna sketch this in. There's so much to this design. Like, even just this portion of it, like this here, this is a lot. And I'm trying to draw. I'll fix it. Like, what is all this going on here? Like, how does this even stay up? All this, like, I don't know, not gold? it's like beadwork on here. Like how? How does this stay? Is it sewn on? How does it not fall off? Okay. Oh boy. I need another close up. That's not like. All right, it is these portions here. These, well, with whatever's going on here. Oh, this is okay. No, this is just wrong. What I drew was just incorrect. It is, okay, that is a part that goes here, here, like this. And goodness, I chose to do this to myself, didn't I? This was me, my doing. Torturing myself. That's what today's stream is called. Kiki chooses an extremely difficult, highly detailed image to draw and tortures herself. That is today's stream. All right, now that I got something that looks like what she has going on here, now it's time to actually draw it. I'm gonna have like 30 minutes left to maybe finish this line art. I've made so many adjustments for this whole thing. It's ridiculous, to say the least. Whole new layer. Get in here and finish this drawing. Not a size 10. Trying to figure out cloth-wise how this would even work. Like, is this a band? I'm getting it. I think. I think. I don't. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. It's insane. I literally have no clue. I'm just making major guesses here as to what's really going on with this piece of cloth. And then whatever, this piece is here. Cuz I'm going to have to draw right on top of all of this too. And then this part kind of just twists, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm drawing here. That looks something. That's not even remotely correct. Sure, that looks like something. It's such a complicated outfit. Like, why did I think me, of all people, could draw this outfit? What? Is that like now gold, like underneath it? I'm gonna need a smaller lines here. Like these little, I don't know, whatever this is going on here. Such a complicated outfit. Why did I do this to myself? All right. And then, like I said, it's gonna have to stop there. Like the drawing cannot continue. I was super excited to draw this drawing, and now I just wanna get it done. So I'm gonna end up, this is what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm gonna take what I have, take these layers, shift, Control T, make, where's, oh, this one. I want that one too. Give me that layer. I'm gonna expand this. I don't even have time to finish this. Right? Like I'm gonna manage to draw line art. There's a layer that I don't see. This one. We can get rid of that one. Bye-bye. See you later. All right. Now I'm going to go in here and draw all these little details again, but much more refined. Kind of. We'll see. This has been torture. I can't, like, can I get a layer that's this one here? All right. Oh my god, I need that close-up picture again that I was gonna work from. That's not it. That's fine. This has been a day, y'all. This has been a day. Get in here and draw. Nope. Because I know this goes down and then up, down and then up. I come in here and erase some of this line work. All of that. All of this. Okay. This is so much detail. Why? I keep saying that I have really got my work cut out for me. Do I like a challenge? Sure. This is definitely that. This is definitely a challenge for me to overcome. I'll be so much happier once I've overcome this challenge. Sure. I'm not even 100% sure if I've got most of this correct, but we're gonna try. Is that even how that works? Is that even right? I think that's fine. And then there we go. How about we remove those those lines there just temporarily here. Alright, I'm getting there. Okay, that looks fine there. I notice that these lines are very thick. I might actually thin them out after I'm done. It's fine. And then go in here with this straight line here, up, and then over, I think. I don't even know what I sketch anymore. I know this goes straight, like, down next to it. Could you really use a straight edge? Will I do that? No, probably not. What did I do? Not even I know what I drew here. That's not even remotely correct. There, much kind of better. Alright, these are 3D objects. Give a little bit of volume to them. I'm gonna come in here and fix all this maybe a little bit better. Or not. Maybe I'll leave it messy. Who knows? I sure don't. This is so much work. Why did I decide that this would be a great idea? Alright, let's get rid of all of that. That line art work is too thick. So we're gonna narrow it down just a tad. Or a lot. Oh. It's like I couldn't even tell what I was working on. That one's gonna get narrowed. This is gonna get narrowed. Filter, blur, correction, adjust width. Just a tad. There. Now it kind of matches the rest of this. Getting there. I'm not even gonna be able to color it. I'll start. I will start to color this, but I'm not making any guarantees here. I will do my best. But like I said, no guarantees. I'm just gonna draw in her arm and her other arm, I guess. I swear, I draw off that. That is not correct. All of this probably needs to be redone. Yes. It's a lot. That is incorrect. Okay. Let's make a layer so I can kind of her shoulders would go here-ish. And then kind of plop in the other one here. Fix her clavicle a little bit. There we go. More Zelda music. How appropriate for what I am drawing. There we go. There we go. That's her necklace. Where's the original lines that I drew here? Oh, here. There we go. These lines. Not those lines. My sketch lines. Gotta merge all. Okay. Now drawing. Just drawing it in. And to get that kind of drawn in, I guess. She's got clavicles. You know, most humans have those. Okay. Get rid of that. Fix some of this a little bit. Well, you know, maybe I'll actually get the line art done. That could be nice. Start the process of coloring it. See how much I get done in like, you know, 15 minutes. I need to start combining layers. Yeah, let me do that. Then I can fix this up just a little bit longer. It has taken me like 3 hours to do the line art. That's not what I planned, but I guess that's what happened. Alright, combine. Oops. Merge. Visible layer to a new layer. Yeah, that works. Or not? What am I missing? Oh, it made a whole new layer. I just kind of learned something new here. I wasn't even expecting that. No, I just want all the lines to be merged. There we go. Alright, that's hidden. Put the white lines back up. And now I can just do the last few things I want to do to this line art here. Make her arms kind of look like arms, I guess. And then kind of do that for there. There. That looks fine. It's gonna be fine. But I kind of wanted to fix some of this. Maybe her head a little bit here. I'm gonna just adjust the size of her head, which is a pain in the butt. Because I spent all that time drawing up clothes, trying to fix her eyes and stuff. And I hate that I have to make this adjustment now. But, you know, things have gotta Things I've got to get done. Control T. So then I gotta fix these lines just a little bit so it's more proportionate. Which means I have to fix quite a bit on this. I told you I'm not gonna be able to color this. I've got like 15 minutes left to stream. That's okay. We'll fix these glaring issues now that I've done that. Now, enter, Control D, and now fix all of this. Gotta take in the eraser. And then erase all of this where I've messed up. Or when I adjusted it, it you know, changed. And I have to sit here and fix all that. Fix some of these issues here. Better. Alright, well, that's good, I think. Her arms just seem so stiff because I made the mistake of just kind of not having a pure idea in my head of what I wanted, and so now her arms just look really stiff. Oh, maybe I'll do a little bit something with her arms a little bit. I mean, like it can go out here, but it's a little bit better. And if I get this one done today, or sometime in the future, I will post this picture on Discord, on my Discord, and maybe I'll just put her arm up in front a little bit. Maybe so this picture will, once it gets done or finished, will be posted on the Discord alongside any other ones that I need to get finished. If I don't finish on stream, unfortunately, it will take a little bit to get it done because I got lots of other things I need to get done here, you know, real life and stuff. At least this kind of now looks like she was gonna be doing something with her arms. I don't know. I didn't have a great plan going into this. And you might see if I finish this that I've like drawn or redrawn of her quite a few times, or her arms quite a few times, because I didn't like the way that she's turning out. But it's okay. We are, you know, we're working on it. So I draw every Tuesday, and from 11 a.m. to about 2 p.m. every Tuesday. That's standard Eastern Standard Time here in the US. And every Thursday I play video games. Right now I am currently playing I am currently playing Elden Rings. It has been a trial and a half, to say the least. But still a lot of fun. And every once in a while you might be able to catch me on the evenings. I like to play lots of different games, so you might be able to catch me there. I actually might go ahead and fix this a little bit. So that is going to be it for my stream now. I thank you all for joining me. I've had a lot of fun trying to complete this drawing. I did think that I was gonna get more of her done. That did not quite turn out exactly as I planned, but she's getting there. I also like to promote my YouTube channel, which is under the same name, a_fresh_art, and it's also linked in my About Me page. On YouTube, I post some of my VODs, but that's not the only thing I post. I post quite a few storytime videos. There are exclusive YouTube Let's Plays on there. I'm alongside of Elden Ring. I'm also playing TCG Card Shop Simulator. It's been a lot of fun. So that is also something that I'm doing on there. There's lots of different Let's Plays on there. So if you would care to follow me on YouTube as well to see that content, you can do so. I'm gonna go ahead. It's not finished, but it's working. It's getting there. I'll finish it up, make it look a little bit better. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye.